Remembering there was a stream nearby, I headed in that direction, knowing how badly I needed to wash my face. It would help Snap be back into the present. The sun was cresting over the horizon, with stunning gold rays peeking through the wispy clouds. The short walk allowed me to stretch out my limbs for another day of traveling. Reaching the stream, I could feel eyes on me. Kneeling, I cupped the water in my hands and splashed it over my forehead and cheeks. Droplets fell onto my loose, faded blue t-shirt and onto my torn jean shorts. My shoes had seen better days, but they were old hiking shoes that helped me tread the forest terrain. The refreshing hit of ice-cold water made me gasp, feigning to be none the wiser as I heard a slight brush against the foliage. Someone was trying to remain undetected, and they had the advantage of the thick cover of the woods. Standing up, I stretched, but I could feel them there. Turning quickly, they were right behind me. A tall man was before me, with dark brown hair and crystal clear blue eyes. His forearms were tanned and muscular, the veins bulging like cords beneath the skin, and he held a dagger to my throat. Already not my day. "You're alone?" I asked, sick of being snuck up on. Obviously, I was losing my touch. "You first," he demanded as he eyed me for weapons. "I don't kiss and tell, sorry." Tilting my head to the side, I met his eyes, and they were narrowed. Despite his less than welcoming greeting, I didn't hate him. I heard there was a lone traveler around these parts. A few men back at the city had a few choice words to say about her. I would have to say, "You don't disappoint," he said, not putting down his dagger, but smirking as he tilted his head. He liked games, but so did I. "You know them? Your friends are rather rude," I stated. "My friends," hissing out the word, "know to be more polite to a lady, and also that it's bad manners to steal from the order." Seems they crossed the both of us. Narrowing his eyes, I saw that the thought of being associated with them made his skin crawl as he twisted his neck ever so slightly. So, we did agree on something. "An order boy? Not my type then. Looks like you go on your way, and I'll gladly get away from any order and those associated with them," I said, moving quickly as he kept his blade up and eyes on me. "I'm not too keen on wild ones myself, but you helped slow them down. For that, I'll call a truce if you'd like to keep your life." He was approaching me again, but this time lowering his weapon and stretching out his other hand as he sheathed it at his waist. I've had enough male attention to last me a lifetime in the last day. I will agree to get you out of my way. This guy was too persistent to be noble, and it made me uncomfortable. What was so wrong with calling it a day and leaving me to my own devices? I didn't think there was an order right here, but then my information was not exactly new. Considering you're on the border of the Eagle Point order, I'd say that it's agreeable if you leave. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. The conversation did not end that way once I jabbed my elbow into his ribs, just enough to put him off balance so he'd think twice about following me. 4 men came out from the tree line, and I was detained for questioning. Turns out that was Thor I'd met, and he was all too willing to make me pay for his ribs. Lyron had given him the opening to knock me out by hitting the side of my neck, and further evaluate my threat level once we came to where I was currently being held. The cool air slowly warmed as we walked through the corridors. While I couldn't see, I tasted the fresh air as I took in a deep breath. Musty and damp was not my style. If I could live my life in the open air of the wildlands ruled by no order, I would do so gladly. Too bad that peace would never fully come until Desmond was killed. Thoughts of him made my blood heat with anger. My heartbeat sped up as I tried to calm my mind. Lyron's grip on my arm tightened ever so slightly, as if sensing I was about to run. However, it kept my flame in check, something that surprised me. And I was not surprised much anymore. Running would be a possibility, but I had no idea how far I had to go to the exit. Guards could be everywhere and nowhere. While I am impulsive, I also enjoy my body above ground instead of buried in it. These last several days solidified that desire. I would be willing to die once a burning inferno seized Desmond's last breath. Until then, I just had to wait until the right time. Hushed whispers of curiosity buzzed through the crowd. My blindfold may dim my eyes' ability, but the hearing was as good as ever. Who's she? Another wild? Is she from the desert? Maybe she's another. Thor's commands boomed over the crowd so loud that I winced. Come on, keep it moving.